Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am showing you a video of what I eat in the day, keto edition. So this is going to be a little different than if you are practicing a normal keto lifestyle. The lifestyle that I've been following is a paleo, whole foods based keto lifestyle. So most of my recipes would be dairy-free, gluten-free, legume-free, all of that. So the recipes that I got, or most of the recipes, so my breakfast and my lunch that I'm going to be showing in the video are from this book right here called The Keto Diet, and this is an amazing book. I'm actually going to do a review about it just because this is what made me get started on this keto journey, because I didn't just want to be eating cheese and sausage every day, because I don't think that's healthy. And so this has been amazing, and so I will definitely link this below, and then I'm also going to be doing a review video about it. So if you need to know the actual quantities of the recipes, you would have to buy this book to get it. The approach that the lady does in this keto book, after you are fat adapted, it takes about 2 weeks or so to get there, then you're actually allowed to practice carb ups. So in the video that you see, I actually was doing, it was a carb up day. So I am eating my normal, like 5% carbs, 20% protein, and 75% fat for breakfast and for lunch. But then for dinner, I took out a lot of the fat and I replaced it with carbs, which you'll see is white rice for that day. I am only doing carb ups once a week right now. And so there's a couple different profiles in this book. Let me see if I can show you. And so based on like what your health is, you can do the different profiles. So here we go. So the first profile, which is what I did for the first 2 weeks, you do 75% fat, 5% carbs, and 20% protein, and it'll say like this path is good for these people. Then there is a higher protein one. I have not tried that one, but after doing this and after being fat adapted, then with my carb ups, I will add about 20% of carbs for a carb up, and you can actually do this path just right away if you have like a thyroid imbalance or some other things, especially with hormone imbalancing. So that's why, like, as soon as I had gotten fat adapted, I kind of switched over to this one just because of having like the infertility issues and the hormone imbalances. And when you're doing carb ups, you can actually, there's a few different ways that you can carb up. So the way that I'm doing it is I only do 1 carb up a week, and so then you do about 1 gram of carbs per body weight. But you can also do it 2 to 3 times a week, and then you do a little bit less. You do a half a gram of carbs. And then there's also the daily fat burner. So if you're just like not really into completely going low carb right away, and you think that might not be a good thing for you and your health, or especially if you had eating disorders previously, then you can do this daily fat burner, which you just start up carb ups right away, and so you'll eventually get fat adapted. It'll just take a lot longer than 2 weeks. But this is really good for people with thyroid imbalances or children, especially if you have a family and you want your kids to eat keto as well. And then you would only do a 1/4 gram of carbs per weight every day, since you're doing it every single day. And so this book was just filled with tons of information, and yeah, I need to do a separate video on that. But let's get into the what I eat in a day keto edition. Please subscribe if you want to know more about keto. I'll be doing lots of more keto videos. I have some grocery hauls coming up for Aldi, budgeting with keto, my favorite keto staples. So please subscribe if you want to be notified about those videos. Please hit the like button if you liked this video, and without further ado, here is what So the first thing we have for today is I'm going to be making allspice muffins for breakfast. So I'm using some flaxseed, some baking powder, some almond flour, some allspice, some stevia from Trader Joe's, coconut milk from Trader Joe's, some vanilla, some coconut oil, some salt, and some walnuts. And again, this is from the Keto Diet Book that I showed you in the beginning of this video. So I'm going to be cracking a bunch of eggs to put in there because that is definitely one of the bases of a lot of baked goods if you're eating keto or low carb. And these muffins were great. They froze really, really well. So I ended up making 12, and I was able to freeze them and just pull one out every day or every morning that I wanted to eat it. So far I put coconut oil and vanilla extract in. And then I think it was supposed to be like half a cup of coconut milk, but since I had already had that open in the fridge, I just kind of like poured some milk in and then like got some of the cream and I just eyeballed it. So then you're going to add your almond flour. And your flaxseed, which I had two kinds of flaxseed, just that I was using up, so a golden one, and then that's like the regular color. So I was trying to just use up the golden one. I'm not sure exactly how they're different, but, and then some stevia. Some baking powder, which I only had a little teaspoon, so definitely not that many teaspoons go in there. I'm not sure how much I was supposed to put in, but I had a smaller teaspoon than was supposed to be. And then some ground allspice, some salt, and you just stir it all up. It's super, super easy. And that's what it's supposed to look like. So then I just put it in my muffin tins. I think I might have oiled them a little bit with some coconut oil, and it made exactly 12. And then I just topped it off with some walnuts. You can either do whole ones or you can crush them a little bit, and that's just for some extra fat. And this is what it looked like after they were all done baking. I just pulled them out and put them in a freezer bag, and that was a easy breakfast to just pull out of the freezer and top with some extra coconut oil. So now I'm going to be making my bulletproof tea. I was drinking Earl Grey that day, and I use MCT oil, vanilla extract, and some collagen, which is great for your joints. And I just blended in my Vitamix, and either in a to-go cup if I was going to work, or in a mug for me to enjoy. And so I will be drinking the tea and eating the muffin. And usually I top it with like cream cheese or coconut oil. It depends upon if you're completely dairy-free or not. So now I'm making my lunch. It was pork loin, some crushed red pepper, garlic, ginger, some apple cider vinegar, stevia, avocado oil, and coconut aminos, which is my favorite besides, soy sauce. And so I'm just going to be chopping up the garlic and the ginger and then adding all of those marinade ingredients to the bag. And this is another very, very simple recipe. I was making it the night before because I wanted my pork to marinate. It can marinate for up to 12 hours. But then the next morning for lunch when I was making it, it was very easy. I just had to cook the pork in a pan, and I added some cucumber noodles that I spiralized with my spiralizer, and I made an almond butter sauce, which I'll show you in a little bit. And it was so amazing. It was one of my husband and my favorite meals. So I had just gotten a pork tenderloin because it was on sale at Trader Joe's, but you can use any kind of pork. If you want to use pork chops, if they're on sale, then you can just cut those up in little pieces. So whatever is on sale, that's one of the ways I budget
for keto is I make sure that I am looking at what's on sale or going to grocery stores that have things on sale and just kind of like planning around that. So I'm going to add all of my marinating ingredients, the avocado oil, the apple cider vinegar, and the coconut aminos, which Trader Joe's also has a brand of coconut aminos. I did not get it on my grocery haul, but I will update you with another grocery haul that I did get it on before. And some stevia. I just put a little bit just to have a little sweet flavor. Or not really sweet, but just not as bitter. Some red pepper flakes, and all you gotta do is massage all that up and put it in the fridge. So now I'm making the sauce. I already had almond butter and coconut oil in that jar, and then I'm adding sesame oil, some apple cider vinegar, and some more coconut aminos. And that is going to make your sauce that you can just put over raw cucumber noodles if you want, or any type of noodle that would be low carb. And zucchini noodles is another great one. I think I do add some salt to this because my almond butter was not salted. And this is what it looks like with the cucumber noodles, cilantro and spring onions on top, and my pork that was cooked. And this was amazing. It tasted just like Chinese food. I've made it multiple times since then. So now for dinner, I got these organic chicken wings at Trader Joe's, this coffee rub that was also really good, and avocado oil. And I'm just going to I poured avocado oil in the bowl, and I'm going to just add as much seasoning as I think is necessary. And then I'm dumping these chicken wings that were just frozen into the bowl, and I just toss them up, put them on the sheet pan, and throw them in the oven. I think my oven was at like 4 or 425, I'm not sure. The recipe is in the book though. Then I have some green beans from Trader Joe's, some bacon fat, and some of that everything but the bagel seasoning. It's amazing. And I just put those in to roast with the chicken wings, and so everything was pretty much done at the same time. And because that evening I was doing my carb up, I had also cooked some rice, and I topped all this with spring onion and cilantro, I think. And so I have the rice as my carb up, as like half my plate, and less fat than I normally eat.